What's the kindest thing someone did for you when you were at your lowest? My first year of college wasn't what I thought it would be. I had always been the kid everyone expected great things from. Teachers gave me awards, classmates called me the smart one, and every report card came with glowing praise. But college hit me like a freight train. It wasn't one thing, it was everything at once. The classes moved fast, and I didn't. My roommate partied every night and barely came home. I ate alone, walked alone. I didn't recognize anyone, and it felt like no one saw me either. I told myself it would get better after midterms. Then I told myself to just get through finals. But I stopped going to class before the end of October. My inbox filled with unread emails. I ignored every group chat. My phone would light up and I'd just turn it face down. I started missing meals, not on purpose at first, just out of exhaustion. Then I just didn't feel hungry anymore. My bed became my hiding place. If I stayed under the covers long enough, maybe I could just disappear. No one seemed to notice. My professors didn't say anything. My roommate didn't care. Even the people I used to talk to during orientation stopped waving in the hallway. One night, I was lying on the floor of my dorm. I had been scrolling for hours, barely registering what I was seeing. My room was dark, except for the glow of my screen, and I felt like I had sunk into some kind of fog. I opened the student forum app and typed something without really thinking. Does anyone else feel like they don't matter here? That was it. I didn't expect anything from it. I figured it would get buried like everything else I posted. The next morning, there was a knock at my door. It startled me because no one ever knocked. I opened it and saw a girl I barely recognized from my psych class. She had a tote bag slung over her shoulder and was holding a small paper bag. She said, "Hey, I think I saw your post. I wasn't sure if I should come by, but I figured I'd bring snacks just in case." I stood there for a second, unsure what to say. Eventually, I stepped aside and let her in. She didn't make it awkward. She sat on my desk chair, handed me the bag, and started talking about some random story from class. Something about our professor's slides being out of order and the whole lecture going off the rails. She told it like it was the funniest thing she had seen all week, and at some point, I found myself smiling. She didn't ask what was wrong. She didn't dig for answers or try to give advice. She just stayed. We shared some crackers and candy from the bag, and after an hour or so, she left. She said she'd see me later, like it was no big deal. The next week, she came back. This time, she brought 2 coffees and a bad meme she printed out and taped to a granola bar. It wasn't even that funny, but I kept it. She kept coming. Sometimes she stayed 10 minutes. Sometimes we watched dumb videos or sat quietly doing nothing. She never treated me like I was broken. She never acted like it was charity. Little by little, I started feeling different. I showered more often. I started opening the window in my room. I even replied to a few texts. Eventually, she invited me to join her study group, and I said yes, without overthinking it. By the end of the semester, I wasn't fixed, but I wasn't drowning anymore either. We didn't become best friends. We didn't even hang out much after that semester, but I never forgot her. At our senior awards night, I saw her across the room. She looked almost exactly the same, but more confident. I walked up and thanked her, told her I didn't know what would have happened if she hadn't shown up that day. She smiled and said, "We all need someone sometimes." Then she gave me a hug and walked off to meet her friends.